The book of Genesis, chapter 13, verses 1 through 4. So Abram went up from Egypt to the Negev, with his wife and everything he had, and Lot went with him. Abram had become very wealthy in livestock and in silver and gold. From the Negev he went from place to place until he came to Bethel, to the place between Bethel and Ai where his tent had been earlier, and where he had first built an altar. There Abram called on the name of the Lord. In this passage, we see Abram returning to a place of worship, a place where he had previously encountered God. This act of returning to Bethel signifies a renewal of faith and a recommitment to God's guidance. In our lives, we too must find our Bethel, a place or moment where we reconnect with our faith and seek God's guidance. It is essential to revisit these spiritual milestones to renew our commitment and draw strength for the journey ahead. The book of Genesis, chapter 13, verses 5 through 7. Now Lot, who was moving about with Abram, also had flocks and herds and tents. But the land could not support them while they stayed together, for their possessions were so great that they were not able to stay together. And quarreling arose between Abram's herders and Lot's. The Canaanites and Perizzites were also living in the land at that time. Here we see the practical challenges of abundance. Both Abram and Lot had been blessed with great wealth, but this very blessing led to strife. The land could not support both of their households, leading to conflict. In our modern lives, we often face similar challenges. Abundance can lead to competition and conflict if not managed wisely. It is crucial to recognize the potential for discord and address it proactively, seeking peaceful resolutions and maintaining harmony in our relationships. The book of Genesis, chapter 13, verses 8 through 9. So Abram said to Lot, "Let's not have any quarreling between you and me, or between your herders and mine, for we are close relatives. Is not the whole land before you? Let's part company. If you go to the left, I'll go to the right. If you go to the right, I'll go to the left." Abram's proposal to Lot is a powerful example of humility and peacemaking. Instead of insisting on his own way, Abram offers Lot the first choice of land, prioritizing their relationship over material possessions. This teaches us the value of humility and the importance of prioritizing peace over personal gain. In our interactions, we should strive to be peacemakers, willing to make sacrifices for the sake of harmony and unity. The book of Genesis, chapter 13, verses 10 through 13. Lot looked around and saw that the whole plain of the Jordan toward Zoar was well watered, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So Lot chose for himself the whole plain of the Jordan and set out toward the east. The two men parted company. Abram lived in the land of Canaan, while Lot lived among the cities of the plain and pitched his tents near Sodom. Now the people of Sodom were wicked and were sinning greatly against the Lord. Lot's choice, based on the apparent prosperity of the land, ultimately led him near the wicked city of Sodom. This decision highlights the importance of discernment and the potential consequences of our choices. In our lives, we must be mindful of the long-term impact of our decisions. It is essential to seek God's wisdom and guidance, rather than being swayed solely by immediate benefits or appearances. The book of Genesis, chapter 13, verses 14 through 18. The Lord said to Abram after Lot had parted from him, "Look around from where you are, to the north and south, to the east and west. All the land that you see I will give to you and your offspring forever. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth, so that if anyone could count the dust, then your offspring could be counted. Go, walk through the length and breadth of the land, for I am giving it to you. So Abram went to live near the great trees of Mamre at Hebron, where he pitched his tents. There he built an altar to the Lord. After Lot's departure, God reaffirms his promise to Abram, blessing him with the assurance of a prosperous future. Abram's faith and obedience are rewarded with a divine covenant. This passage reminds us that God's promises are steadfast and that faithfulness and obedience to His will bring blessings. We are encouraged to trust in God's plan for our lives, knowing that He is faithful to fulfill His promises.